Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Think Future. My name is Calabucas, and once again, we're coming at you live from deep in the heart of Silicon Valley, California. We're talking innovation startups of the future. Not necessarily those, and not necessarily in that order. If you're watching on YouTube, smack that subscribe button and hit that bell so you can get notified when a new show comes online. And if you're listening on your favorite podcast service, please subscribe, and I'd much appreciate it if you could drop in a review on Apple Podcasts if you like the show. If you don't like the show, just email me. Simple as that. Now, I want to talk a little bit about free agency. And I've had a lot of conversations over the last little while about the future of work. Future of work. People talk about the future of work all the time, especially now in these times where people don't know what the future of work really is going to be. Is it going to be digital nomads? Is it going to be hybrid work? Is it going to be this? Is it going to be that? Nobody knows about the future of work. And I think I know a little bit about the future of work. I can see where the future of work is going. And it's something, it's actually an old idea. It's actually an old idea. So an author named Dan Pink wrote a book called Free Agent Nation back in 2002. And back in 2002, he surmised that in the future, none of us would actually be employees. None of us. Zero employees. We would all be free agents. We would all be independent consultants, quote unquote, and work for company after company after company. And the nearest analogy to what's happening today is the movie business, the entertainment industry. So the way the entertainment industry works, when they going to do a movie, they create a movie company specifically for that movie, and then they hire a bunch of people to work for that company, but all as contractors for that movie. They work for the contractors, they work for the project, which is the movie, for the period of time that the movie is being made, and then once the movie is over, then the company is dissolved, or I don't know if the company is dissolved, but all of the workers are let go, basically. Their contracts are up, and then they're free to go on to the next movie. So there's no continuing base of employees that this organization has. And there's actually a number of companies, a number of smaller companies, a number of actually big companies that are doing this whole thing. They have maybe an employee of one who then hires tons of contractors to do all the work. And then when the projects are over, then they hire other contractors, or they let those contractors go and they bring new contractors in. But this is where I think the future of work is going to be, that everyone is going to be a free agent. And not only is everyone going to be a free agent, but everyone's going to be a free agent in such as that they don't even have a single individual employer that they work for. And that wasn't specifically implicit in Free Agent Nation, but I'm going to say to you is that we're going to get to a point where people have multiple jobs at the same time, right? And people used to be looked down upon when they thought, oh, this poor guy, he has to work 3 jobs, he has to work 5 jobs, blah, 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 blah. That's not going to be a bad thing. That's going to be a good thing. It's going to be a good thing to be in so much demand that you're going to have multiple jobs to work on. And sometimes you're going to have situations where, it'll be an Uber-style job where you can flip it on and flip it off. You'll have the ultimate freedom to work when you want and not work when you don't want. In fact, I think most jobs are going to go to some type of Uber model where it's all purely task driven. So if you think about Uber, where the task is driving someone from point A to point B, and Airbnb is bringing somebody to live in your place from time A to time B, it's going to be the same with every job. Every job is going to be a short period term contract. So here's a set of tasks that you can perform in this period of time, or it's going to be a single task. Do this, do that, do this, do that. And in fact, if you ask me, in the ultimate far future, the entire economy will be broken down into something I call the task economy, where you will have a device on your person, and it'll probably be one of these, or probably more likely phones, what am I saying? Probably more likely AR glasses. And what will happen is that whenever you move to a location where a task needs to be completed, then you will get a notification that a task needs to be completed in this location, right? And then you will complete this task, and it'll say, here's a task for you to be completed. It'll show up in your glasses, so you'll be using your glasses, and then all of a sudden you'll get a notification saying, hey, we need to go around the corner and do this task. Go around the corner, do this task, and we'll pay you X amount. And if you decide you want to do that, you say, okay, I'm going to do that, and you go over and do it, and IoT devices will detect that you've done the work, and it will pay you the amount that it owes you to do the work. That's where I think the future of work is going. Everything's going to be task-based economy, which is done by AIs somewhere will detect that this work needs to be done, and it will dispatch human beings or bots or computers to do the work that needs to be done. And I think that's where the future of work is going to be. And I think the value that human beings are going to have is that we're going to bring in all of the manual stuff that computers still cannot do. We have so much value in the world that we're not able to tweak out yet. We still have to figure out where we sit in this world. And that's why there's so much disruption going on. That's why you hear fear-mongering futurists going, oh, all these jobs are going to be gone. They're not going to be gone. They're going to be transformed. We're talking about work transformation. They're going to be completely different jobs that focus on the specific skills that human beings can do. Human beings will do the things that human beings are good at, and AI will do the things AI is good at. We have to get to that point of efficiency, and then you'll find out that human beings still have a ton of things that they're going to be able to do. And we'll be focused on doing that instead of anything else. That's it for me for today. See you next time, and until then, don't forget to think future.